How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode in the Rotherham United series in Football Manager 2020. We're on to the second episode now of Season 5. Hopefully you guys are keeping well and safe, and it's now time to see how we get on today, how we've been getting on, and how our new signings have bedded in. So since the opening day of the season, we backed that up with a 3-1 victory over Sheffield Wednesday. Cameron Dawson with an own goal, their goalkeeper, giving us the lead. And then we went 3-0 up with 2 goals from Troy Parrott, one of which coming from the penalty spot. Massimo Luongo did get one back for Sheffield Wednesday, but in the end we held on for a very, very strong 3 points. The next game we drew to Southampton after being 3-0 down. We came back and drew 3 goals apiece. Musa Ginepo, Pontus Jansson and Nathan Redmond scored the 3 goals for Southampton, and then Eddie Nketiah, Penaranda and then Nketiah again secured a point after being 3-0 down. I think that is very, very decent. Moving on to the Carabao Cup, we mixed up the team considerably. We lost out 3 goals to 2 to Derby. We did go ahead with DiMaggio, Wright, Phillips. We were then 2-1 down. Harrison Wild and Archie Brown scoring for Derby. Got ourselves back level with Wright Phillips, and then Klaus scored with 25 minutes to go. A bit of an experiment really with Wright Phillips down the middle of the strike force, and it worked quite well. I scored 2 goals, but unfortunately we're out of the League Cup. We bounced back from that Cup exit with a 4-1 win over Huddersfield. Trevor Clark actually getting the equaliser after Aaron Rowe gave Huddersfield the lead. Guilherme Lanzini, the new loanee, scoring, and then Joe Tompkins coming off the bench and scoring twice in the 87th and 90th minute. We then beat Swansea 3 goals to 2. Mauro Mazzieri giving us the lead in the 14th minute. We were 2-0 up with Troy Parrott in the 23rd. Then Swansea turned it around. Joel Juarez scoring in the 26th and 52nd minute. It's Joe Tompkins. He came off the. He didn't come off the bench. Sorry, he did start the game. He was the only striker that he kept on because he grabbed the assists for the first 2 goals and then scored in the 93rd minute, one of the last kicks of the game. And with a striker bearing down on goal, when he's got 17 finishing and 17 composure, he's probably one of the only players that you can trust in front of goal. We kept him on, and it worked in our favour. Got us a massive 3 points. And in the most recent game, we've beaten Ipswich 3 goals to 1. Joe Tompkins getting another goal. Ipswich did equalise with Caden Jackson, but then Troy Parrott scoring another 2 goals in the 56th and the 69th minute to give us a huge 3 points and a very dominant victory there, as you can see. So, guys, a very nice start. Unbeaten in the league at the moment. Just the 1 draw against Southampton, who are, of course, top of the league as well. So, we're the only 2 teams that have got 16 points at the moment. I was going to say unbeaten, but Palace are sat there unbeaten as well. Today we're going to be playing Derby County. They've started off quite strongly as well. Obviously, they've beaten us in the Cup already. They've scored won 4 and lost 2, one of which being to Southampton. Quite an interesting one, actually, though. We've just had a bid for Dauda Traore, who is a young centre-back that we've got. We signed him up last season for 450k. I didn't realise he played so many games for us, but he played 12 games last season. Now, we've just had a bid of 2.1 million, possibly rising to 3.3. I look at him as a player, right, and I know he's only 20. He doesn't stand out to me as a player that I would play a lot during the Premier League. This bid has come out of the blue. The transfer window is shut for a start. Watford are in the Premier League. They've started off very strongly with 3 wins out of 3. So I'm going to see if we can try and maybe sneak this up to about £5 million. Wow. They've said that that's acceptable straight away. I just think that is very strong business from us. To sell a player that we signed for 450k. He's only played 12 games for us, not played this season. There's definitely potential there, but for me, he's not Premier League quality. And I think, we bring £5 million worth of money in. We get 85% of that. Coming into January, we're going to have just under 10 million quid to spend. So I'm fairly satisfied with that. And we've got options in defensive areas at the moment. So I'm fairly satisfied with that. So we're going to go jump into the game against Derby now. We've done well. Troy Parrott, top goal scorer with 6 goals at the moment. You'll quickly see here, he got Player of the Month, he got Young Player of the Month as well, and we did win Manager of the Month. Quite unfair, you could say, on Frank de Boer, but, they obviously think our achievement is a little bit more. So, yeah, let's go and jump into this game. So, here we are with the teams for today's game. You can see we're starting with a 3-4-3 again. Tompkins will start up front with Nketiah and Parrott. We've got Lanzini and Tropey in the middle with Clark, Danburn, Herbie Kane, Tarkovsky and Mazzieri at the back with Virginia in goal. Derby starting to fall to 1-3 with Bobby Reid up top, Lovrich and Lawrence as the wingers, Onoma in the middle with Sierra and Beluta behind him, Brown, Sandler, White and Fosu Mensah making at the back four with Mandas in goal. It's been a very, very solid start, guys. The football we've been playing has been fantastic. We've been scoring goals. And, yeah, we've got a little bit of revenge to go over Derby. They knocked us out of the cup, which is a little bit annoying. We did rotate the team slightly, but nevertheless, I would have hoped that we could maybe get through the round. But maybe the FA Cup's our tournament. We've been doing quite well in that recently. But here's Mazzieri with his throw-in. Headed away there by Derby. Falls to Lanzini quite nicely. Hit it quite sweetly, but quite easy for Mandas to get to. For Derby County, kicking towards the left-hand side in his first half. We've won the header there, and Lanzini now picks it up and finds Clark. Into Lanzini again. Back to Dan Burn. And across to Herbie Kane, who's relishing that libero role. Is Mazzieri down the right-hand side. Can he use his pace to beat the man? It'll fall to Troy Parrott here, our top goal scorer. Back to Mazzieri. Good ball in towards Eddie Nketiah. And he grabs his third goal of the season. Just 11 minutes in. We've not seen Eddie score many goals this campaign so far. But we know when he's going to get opportunities like that, he will take them. And it was a very well-worked goal. Maro Mazzieri in the end, finding Nketiah, who pokes it past the goalkeeper with 11 minutes gone here at the New York Stadium. Cornering for Derby. Lawrence with the ball in. Kane can head away on as far as Troy Parrott. And Troy Parrott gets it and hoofs it up here to Tompkins. And here he is, Tompkins. Can he beat his man? He certainly can. Tompkins! Oh, what a goal! 5th goal of the season for Joe Tompkins. The youngster, who's available on a free at the end of the season, by the way, has scored another goal. And one-on-ones never seem to be our best friend. But look at the pace. And look how he's smashed that in. The 17 composure, 17 finishing. It's as if the goalkeeper was not there. And with 13 minutes gone, we are now 2-0 up against Derby County. We're going to have a better look at the end of the game at Joe Tompkins, by the way. But here's Mazzieri. It was a long throw. He tried to play it short to Tropy, and we've lost out there. And it's Bobby Reid out of absolutely nothing. What a save that is by Virginia. Derby almost get themselves back in the game. Pretty disappointing that we had a throw in such a promising position when he could give it away there. But here's Lawrence with the corner, and Dan Burn was able to head away. Parrott can just about keep it in. And the counter-attacks in this system, by the way, are one of my favourite things. They scored a few goals like that where we've caught teams on the counter. We just need to, good save there by Virginia. We just need to stop conceding goals. I don't think we've kept a clean sheet all season. So I'm hoping that we can try and do that in today's game. But Derby are knocking on the door. They've had a couple of chances themselves. 8 shots, 1 clear-cut chance as well. But at the moment, we're keeping them quiet and we're yet to concede. Here's Clark. Long throw into towards Eddie Nketiah, and his header is over the bar. And again, another half chance for us there as we are approaching 10 minutes left until half time. Derby have had chances, not taken them at the moment. But it has been Joe Tompkins with that beautiful goal, and obviously Eddie Nketiah. Here's Trevor Clark again. His throwing is straight into the hands of Mandas, the goalkeeper. And he'll loft this one long towards Bobby Reid. And he'll bring it down here, Bobby Reid. And a chance, and he scores. 3rd goal of the season. That's just one of my concerns at times, that the defence get beaten a bit too easily with those long balls or get beaten by pace. And it's an assist for the goalkeeper as well. He just bounced right in front of him. Bobby Reid still had a bit to do, to be fair. And the finish is very, very nice. Smashes it past Virginia. And Derby, right before half-time, are back in this game. We have got one more chance. Can we get a goal here? Tropy with the ball in. Half cleared again. Out as far as Lanzini. Here's to Tropy again. His midfield partner. Tropy's beating his man. Back to Dan Burn, the big man. Back to Tropy, ball into the area. There's Troy Parrott. He's somehow squeezed it in and found his 7th goal of the season. Wow, what a goal. Tropy getting the assist this time. And with our 15th shot, we found our 3rd goal of the game. And we restore our 2-goal lead. Beautiful work there by Tropy. And Dan Burn getting involved as well. A little bit of flair by Dan Burn to pull off the back heel. Well, what a volley. Past the goalkeeper. Mandas just couldn't get across quick enough. And right on half-time, we restore our 2-goal lead. We're 3-1 up here against Derby. Lawrence with the ball in. Chance, and it was an awkward height, but goes just wide. Derby again will be hoping to continue with, they've knocked on the door. They've just not been clinical enough, whereas we have a goal for each of our strikers, and that's exactly what we want in this system. We might not get Nketiah grabbing 30 goals again, but we might see all three of them grab 15. Already, Troy Parrott just part way into the season on 7. Joe Tompkins on 6. He didn't even start the season, so a very, very strong start to the campaign. We are going to make a change. We are going to bring Omar Richards on. You guys saw his little cameo in the last episode, and he actually did quite well, didn't he, at wing-back? For a player that is the only one we spent any money on this summer. Here's Tompkins, who's got a few assists to his name as well. He's laid this one back out for Lanzini, who hits it really sweetly. He hits off the woodwork and out. Big chance, and we were very close there to going 4-1 up. Here's Mazzieri. Long throwing again, and this time easy for Mandas to claim. Derby haven't quite got going in this second half, but they know that long ball is an outlet for them. Josh Onomah strikes and over the bar. And if we can restrict Derby to opportunities like that, I think we'll be absolutely fine. And they've got another chance here on the right-hand side. Fosu Mensah to Josh Onomah. Crosses in, not great. Dan Burn can bring this one forward. Here's Joe Tompkins, and off we go again. It's a 2-on-2. Derby have started to get men back. Tompkins, a great ball in for Nketiah. What a ball, and what a goal to make it 4-1. That is a beautiful pass from Joe Tompkins. It was just so teasing. It brought the goalkeeper off his line, but Eddie Nketiah got there first. And what a run this is by Joe Tompkins. He just knew perfectly when he could play the ball. And as I said, it was just teasing. Goalkeeper came off his line, but he knew Nketiah had the pace to get there, and he slides it past the goalkeeper to make it Rotherham 4, Derby 1. Long throw in here. Mazzieri. Nketiah was there. Comes out to Salina. Great ball in again. Nketiah grabs his hat-trick. What another unbelievable assist. And this one's from Burson Salina. And Eddie Nketiah have been quite quiet at the start of the season before this game. But again, that is brilliant work. Mazzieri's there. It was headed away. Just look at this pass. Nketiah beats the offside trap and can smash it into the back of the net. And it's Rotherham 5, Derby 1. Thrown in again. Surely not number 6. It's going to be Richards. He plays it short. I like that. Richards again. Still Richards. And Tompkins almost makes it 6. Got some serious power on that Joe Tompkins. He's a serious player. And as it stands, we are top of the championship. And the goal difference has taken a huge swing in our favour after today's game. And there we go. Well, no. Is there one more chance? Dan Burn to Richards. Ball in. It's a great ball. Mazzieri could have wrapped it up. Well, that is going to be full time. And it is. It's finished Rotherham 5. Derby County 1. We shut them out in the second half. But it's a hat-trick for Eddie Nketiah. Joe Tompkins got on the score sheet as well. And Troy Parrott. They all cancel out the goal from Bobby Reid right at the end of the first half. But another fantastic 3 points. So there we go. It is a win, and there is confirmation of the win. We are now 7 unbeaten in the league. But it's all thanks really to the goal scorers. We are top goal scorers in the league. You can see we scored 24 goals in 7 games already. Way more than any other opponent. We have conceded 10. We need to cut that out slightly. As I say, I don't think we've kept a clean sheet so far this season. We haven't. In other news as well, who is it? Verips, the goalkeeper. He's going to be leaving the club in February. Bit of an awkward time. Thought I'd cash in on the interest whilst we had it. He's not going to be a Premier League goalkeeper, and we've doubled our money on him. Obviously, we've got Carl Rushworth, who's sat. He's a homegrown at club player, so he can sit on the bench for the time being. But looking at, where is he? Joe Tompkins. At the moment, 5 goals with 3 starts and 4 appearances off the bench. Just everywhere you want him to be good as a striker, he is. First touch at the moment is a little bit off, but passing's great. You can see he's already got 3 assists on his name. Composure's good. Determination's okay. At 19 years of age as well, guys, he could turn out to be a hell of a player. At the moment, as you can see, his contract is up at the end of the season. He is transfer listed, or was transfer listed, by Watford, and it was about 14.5 million. They've got rid of that price now, so I might have another cheeky bid because his value is so low. You know what? Let's have a cheeky bid now. Let's say 1 million quid. See, they still want about 11. I could probably get that down to about 4 or 5 million, I reckon, with negotiation. But we're going to keep tabs on him. I think come January, you know, if he's still not signed a contract, I think he'll be a brilliant option. And just finishing and composure at that age as well, he could be one hell of a player. And he started off very, very well for us indeed. So we go now on to the next month. Let's come back sort of midway through October, or come back at the end of October actually. No, let's come, midway. Let's go for the game against Nottingham Forest. So we're going to be playing up against Barnsley, who are struggling down in 17th at the moment, QPR, who are in 9th, Reading in 16th, Luton, who are in 11th, and Portsmouth, who are in 8th. But we end the second episode of Season 5, top of the Championship, unbeaten after 7 games, and scoring goals for fun. Be sure to hit the like button down below, guys, if you enjoyed it today. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.